What's going on? Welcome back. Ryan here. I got Thinkorswim loaded up. I have the trade tab pulled up. I have Amazon and I have the options chain open. We'll just open one of these contracts here. This January 22nd, January 21st, 22 expiration. And in this video, we're talking about in-the-money options, okay? So there are three different ways that we can look at options when we think about this options chain. And the first one that we're gonna look at is represented by this highlighted area, right? So let's actually bring up something else. Let's look up Apple again. So again, we'll bring up the 21st of January, 22nd, and we can see up here at the top that the last traded price was 169.75. Okay, so we can see right here this strike price, okay, and we can see that the calls on the left, right, if the underlying asset price is above the strike price of the call, it's in the money, right? So everything below 169.75 is in the money, and this is represented by this highlighted area, okay? So on the call side, these options here would be in the money, and on the put side, these options over here would be in the money. Now, every day that the markets are open for any given type of asset, this, let's call it a number line, right? This number line of where the underlying asset is trading, this is always fluctuating and moving, okay? And it's really important to understand these concepts of what in the money options mean. And as we then progress through these videos, we're going to look at all of these different definitions until we come to the end of this, where now we have a very full picture and understanding of what all of this information means. And again, how we're going to use that to build confidence and to trade and to put the math in our favor. So a really important concept to understand is that options can be in the money, and at the time of expiration, this is a very important thing to be aware of, right? Most of the time when people are just starting with options or they're trading options, I highly recommend not to trade options into expiration until you have an understanding and you're prepared for assignment or to exercise. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But for right now, just know that, okay, we have this option chain, right? We can type in our asset. We can open any one of these option expirations, and then we can come in here and we can immediately see, okay, here is where it's actually trading, denoted by this line, and the shaded area on the calls are in the money, and over here the shaded area for the puts are in the money. Okay, so again, these options are in the money, right? For the calls, when the underlying asset is above the call price, that option is in the money. And for the puts, when the underlying asset is below the strike price of the put, those puts would be in the money. Okay, so again, I hope this is helping you. I hope that you're really, taking in these concepts, understanding them, relating them to this software or whatever software you're using, and really conceptually understanding how these things are kind of fitting together. Okay, so in the next video, we are going to continue this discussion. I'll see you there.